Well, Kathy, it's hard to say. You can see them marching here past behind me. Certainly there are multiple thousands of people turned out in DC today, men and women, members of the LGBTQ+ community, members of the Black Lives Matter community, and lots of families. I spoke to one woman who said she was here today for the sake of her children, for their rights, for their freedoms as the next generation. And all their message today is as simple as it is powerful, that only a woman should have the right to choose what happens to her body, and not men sitting making laws in legislatures across America. And that's a message that will be made loud and clear today, as we understand it, across 650 other marches taking place in 50 states across America. Here in DC, they are taking that message all the way up here to the Supreme Court, where nearly 50 years ago, a woman's right to choose was enshrined in the historic ruling of Roe versus Wade. But now, where there is a very real fear post that a ban on abortion in Texas, that those rights are being taken away. Here's what some of these people told me earlier. Why have you come down?
Because our country, some states are forgetting that abortion rights and reproductive justice is a human right, and women's health care, women's bodies shouldn't be regulated by the government.
They over there say, what about the choice of the unborn, who, the moment they're conceived, they say, have the potential to become human beings too?
That's their opinion, and they're entitled to it. When life begins is a belief based on your ideological, religious, whatever background, not based on science.
It's not about bringing a life into the world. That life already exists. The question is, do you have the right to kill that human being just because they are smaller, weaker, and less developed than you? And I believe, no, we do not have that right.
You've had an abortion.
I've had an abortion.
Yeah, and it was your right to have an abortion.
Yeah, abortion is health care.
And those people over there who say that, what about the human rights of the child that you had aborted?
The right to bodily autonomy is freedom. If you do not have bodily autonomy, you are not free.
Because you're not going to stop women having abortions just by putting bans in place.
Well, by that logic, what's the point of laws? Because if murders happen, or if abuse happens, even though there's laws set in place to ban that, then what would be the point of laws with that logic?
You're comparing murder to abortion.
Yes.
Is that how you see it?
Yes.
So you're here with your two daughters.
Yes.
What's the point you're trying to make?
I'm fighting for these two. I want them to grow up and have the ability to make the choice to have a family when they want to. I got that choice, and they deserve that choice. Healthy families are only created if women have the ability to control it. If we can't control it, we can't have healthy children, and we can't have healthy families.
Of course, it's one of the most divisive political issues here, separating Christian conservative from liberal America. Under Donald Trump, of course, 3 additional conservative judges were added to the Supreme Court, and it is they who upheld that ban on abortion after 6 weeks in Texas. And the fear is that they will do the same when another big case is brought at the beginning of December against a similar ban in Mississippi. And if the court decides to uphold that ban too, then there are multiple other potential bans waiting in the wings from other Republican states. And if those bans are upheld, then with it, the fear is so will be washed away 50 years of a woman's right to choose. Kathy.